Satchel Paige was born Leroy Robert Paige to John Paige, a gardener, and Lula Paige, a domestic worker, in a small section of Mobile, Alabama, known as Down the Bay. Satchel was born into a family of 6 kids, including his 4 older sisters and 1 younger brother. With Satchel's father dying at a young age, he was forced to grow up quick and soon became the man of the house. From a young age, Satchel was asked and forced to find work in order to provide, and soon got a job tidying bags at a train station. He said he was not making enough money at a dime a bag, so he used a pole and a rope to build a contraption that allowed him to cart up to 4 bags at once. Another kid supposedly yelled, "You look like a walking satchel tree," and that's supposedly how he got his nickname Satchel. At the age of 10, Satchel was playing top ball, which eventually got him into baseball. Top ball was basically the kids' version of baseball, using sticks and bottle caps instead of baseballs and baseball bats to play the baseball sport. It was always baseball, 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 his mother said, as he would rather play baseball than eat, sleep, and drink. On July 24th, 1918, just 17 days after his 12th birthday, Leroy was sentenced to 6 years in Alabama's reform school for juvenile Negro lawbreakers in Mount Meigs, Alabama. It is commonly believed that he was sent off to a reform school for shoplifting, but researchers cannot conclude. While in the reform school, he met Reverend Moses Davis, who became a big role model in Satchel Paige's life. Davis taught him not only the sport of baseball, but how to pitch. Leroy was soon released from the institution in December in 1923, 7 months short of his 18th birthday. He summed up his years of incarceration as this: "I traded 5 years of my freedom to learn how to pitch." After his release, Paige played for several mobile semi-pro teams, and he joined the semi-pro Mobile Tigers. He also pitched for a semi-pro team called Down the Bay Boys. He began his professional career in the Negro Leagues in the mid-1920s. The lanky 6'3" right-hander quickly became the biggest drawing card in Negro baseball. Able to overpower batters with the buggy-whipped fastball, Paige was a showman at heart, but he sadly bounced from team to team in search of the best paycheck, often pitching hundreds of games a year between regular Negro League assignments and barnstorming opportunities. In the late 1930s, Paige developed arm problems for the first time. Kansas City Monarchs owner J.L. Wilkinson signed Paige to his B team, giving Paige time to heal, and within a year, Paige's shoulder had recovered and his fastball had returned, faster and better. As he aged, the control that he once used to dazzle fans with now became his primary source as a pitcher. With Paige not getting any younger, he was forced to adapt to his body and become the best pitcher he could be. Paige, overall in his Negro League career, was a 5-time All-Star and a World Series champion of the Negro Leagues. On July 7, 1948, Cleveland Indians owner Bill Vesic brought Paige in for a tryout with the Indians, and on that same day, Paige was signed to his first Major League contract for $40,000 for the remaining 3 months of the season, becoming the first black pitcher in the American League and the 7th black big leaguer of all time. On July 9, 1948, Paige also became the oldest man to debut in the major leagues at the age of 42 years and 2 days old. Paige also got his first big league victory on July 15, 1948, the night after he pitched in an exhibition game against the Brooklyn Dodgers in front of 65,000 fans. People said that they had never seen a pitcher quite like Satchel Paige. Satchel Paige had a unique style, and his hesitation pitch soon became a very popular pitch. People said that he threw a lot of pitches that were not quite legal and some that were not quite illegal. American League President Will Hadrid eventually ruled the hesitation pitch that Satchel claimed as his own illegal and said that if Satchel Paige threw it again, it would be called a balk. Paige said, "I guess Mr. Hadrid did not want me to show up those boys who were young enough to be my sons." Later that year, the Indians were making a run in the 1948 series. Paige became the first player who had ever played in the Negro Leagues to pitch in a World Series and also win the series that same year. After being released from the Indians, Paige would go on to play for the St. Louis Browns and the Kansas City Athletics. Satchel Paige would end his career with a record of 28-31, 33 saves, a 3.29 ERA, 288 strikeouts, and a two-time All-Star, including a Hall of Fame entry in 1971, becoming the first African-American pitcher to be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Making his debut at 42 years old really does speak on his character and his fight to never give up. Although Satchel Paige was not the greatest African-American baseball player of all time, he played a big role for young black athletes around the world. Satchel Paige with the help of Jackie Robinson, Moses Walker, and Cool Papa Bell. Black athletes around the world were given platforms because of these men. Satchel Paige should not be a forgotten name. What he did for the game of baseball was amazing, but what he did for black athletes around the world was even better.